It's a good one. Welcome to the Rashawn Franklin Show. Another good episode with my guys, Keith McCarthy, Emmett Knuckles, Joshua Bray, and we got a special guest today, Mike, producer Mike. What's good, man? How you doing?
It's good, man. How y'all doing?
Good. Glad to have you on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is a long time coming, and we glad to have you on. Keith M. Bray, how y'all doing, man? How's life treating y'all?
Solid. 70 degrees out here.
Life is good.
What's the weather in Brazil and Cali right now?
It was actually kind of chilly today. It was raining today. It's kind of like they have like a rainy season. It's in the 60s.
Okay, good. I'm jealous. I had a coat on for
2 months, 3 months.
Man, it's been freezing in the Midwest. So, all right, we got a lot to talk about today. Super Bowl recap. We haven't talked since the NBA trade deadline went down, and a lot of shit went down. A lot of trades. I was surprised about that. Were y'all surprised that so many moves were made?
Definitely.
Yeah, it was a lot of activity, man. I didn't foresee that.
No championship trading move though, since Greek didn't get moved, correct?
I think one of the trades made a team a possible contender.
Who's that?
The Cavs.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, moved the needle for them.
They got better.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, they did get better.
They got better.
I mean, because they were getting nothing from Darius Garland, and now you get a Hall of Famer, even though he's our age. You can't discount what he could bring at this point. So, yeah. But before we get into the NBA trade deadline, talk about that Super Bowl, we got you guys' favorite part of the show, One Gotta Go. And I found a really good one, I think. I'm so proud of myself.
This one's tough. This one is tough.
If you're listening on audio, what's on the screen right now is One Gotta Go all in their prime. Nikola Jokic, Shaquille O'Neal, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. One gotta go. Who is it? Holla at me, guys. Have at it.
Hey, I'll take it upon myself and go first.
Go for it.
I have no problem doing this. And for a second, I was stuck, but now I'm not. I'm free. If anybody said Shaq, they nuts. So
They
Shaq
can't be Shaq.
He's
Can't
safe.
be
He's
Shaq.
safe. He's safe.
Crazy. Who gave Shaq problems? He admitted to it.
Dream?
Yes. Sorry. Gotta stay.
Dream gotta go?
He said stay.
Say what?
He's staying or he gotta go?
He's staying.
Okay. I was like, whoa.
Now, Jokic or Olajuwon.
Jabbar.
We've never seen.
You mean Jabbar? You mean
Kareem? We've never seen a player like Jokic.
No, he's not.
We haven't. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't there a stat out saying that he's doing numbers better than anybody we've ever seen in the NBA? It was something like that. I forgot what the stat was.
Sure.
You know how the analytics.
He's gonna do it.
He's doing it. He's nuts.
Kareem gotta go.
No,
He's
nuts. Out of here.
He's nuts, bro. He's nuts.
Rage bait.
Get this guy Mike.
Who else wants to go next is fine. Kareem gotta go. Especially if you're talking about playing in this era.
I don't care what area you playing in.
Me, I think it comes down to Jokic and Dream.
Heck, to me too, yeah.
For this. Shaq can't go anywhere. He's number one here to me.
He's safe.
Even though Dream whooped his ass in the finals. He did whoop his ass now. It's gotta be Lou Alcindor. He's gotta be number two to me.
To
Both
me,
the Lakers are
stuck
staying.
at two, yeah. For sure.
Then it comes down to we measuring historical when you go with Dream and Jokic. One got the stats. One got the chips, and he was the nicest in the league for 2 years. Well, I guess Jokic was too,
Yeah, it was,
for
yeah,
3, 4 years.
We've never seen a player that can do what he can do.
I'm going with Dream. Dream gotta go.
I'll go.
Go ahead, please.
This may be crazy. Shaq gotta go.
What?
He said it. That's
Big
nice.
Diesel gotta go.
To tape.
And
Mr.
this is the reason.
3P.
He's actually right. He's one of my favorite players ever. But it's just the Hack-a-Shaq. If you do it the right way, you can phase him out the game a little bit. And you really can't do that with the other three. Like that. The Hack-a-Shaq just makes the game weird. And it's just like at that point, if you have the right roster, you have a chance to win. In my opinion. Like you just can't do this with the other three players. It just turns into a different game with Shaq. And that's the only reason why I don't think it's not a talent thing. It's just his weaknesses.
Okay, so I think all of these guys was the best player in the league for a long time.
Mhm.
Was
Yeah.
I think it was Hakeem was only the best player for 2 years, I would say. How many years was Shaq the best player in the league? If we had to put a number on it.
It's a great question.
Because he was considered the best in the league when he was in Orlando.
That
last year before he hit free agency?
I would say he was considered the best player in the league when they went on that three-peat.
I would say that too.
Yeah, I was saying when that year with the Magic, when he hit free agency on up to that point.
You're saying his last year in Orlando, he was the best player in the league.
It started there and it ended like at the end of the three-peat or the year after, whatever.
So that would be about 5 years. And Jokic has been the best player in the league for what, 3, 4 years?
3 solid. I would give him 3.
3 solid. So him and Kareem are kind of okay.
For me, Shaq is safe. I mean, that's the most dominant big man the game has ever seen. The three-peats. I know you brought up the Hack-a-Shaq, but I remember he kind of used to make them free throws when they would Hack-a-Shaq him. Like he would miss them all game, but the Hack-a-Shaq joints, he would kind of knock them down. And it still ain't stopped. You know, I mean, the Hack-a-Shaq didn't stop him in that run. He's safe. To me, Kareem in number 2 is safe. He's the greatest scorer. It was before LeBron's epic run. The greatest scorer the game's ever seen. I wasn't there for him, but when I would watch some of the old Laker Magic joints, he was the best player on that team. Magic was a dog, but he was the best player. He was like an instant bucket when you just threw him the ball. Just turn over both shoulders and throw a jump up and get a bucket. Safe number 2. Then it comes down to Jokic and Hakeem. And it's
Hakeem was the best player in the league before for like 5, 7 years before.
It was almost a decade.
Yeah, before Larry and Magic got into the league. But go
Does
ahead.
it matter the type of talent level that you played against, though? Like, does that go into any type of like factors? Because like the league has become way more talented over the past 20 years. Like athletic bigs, people able to jump athletic.
On the flip side, there were way more bigs in that era. When Shaq and Hakeem and Kareem played, they could like throw waves of different 7-footers at you. Because every team had multiple footers in that era. Today, who you throwing at Jokic? Just like all the bigs are jump shooters or lob threats, skinny lob threats or 3-point shooters. So it's like the last time he faced a really good defensive big was like the year when we had AD and Dwight did a really good job against him. Other than that, there's not really that like defensive bruising big guy that like he would have a harder time in their era because there were more bigs that could physically push him around than there currently are. And these guys,
agree with that.
These guys did it in that era where you could push people around, hand check, and there were multiple 7-footers. But I agree, the talent level is, like now there's 7-footers like KD that run around dribbling and shooting.
Yeah.
And I think that if Kareem would have played in this era, the beginning of his career, he would have been a lob threat. You could throw the ball up. Yeah. He had a long career, so towards the end, he'll just been Scott hooking your ass all day long. But yeah, he'll been able to run the floor, catch lobs.
Jokic kind of is able to play like unimpeded. Like nobody really puts their hands on him like that, which he's just able to operate. Like
Yeah, I mean,
so, and
for
that's the
me,
difference between these other guys in their era to that point.
it's Jokic got to go in this one. Tough
I hear you.
call, but I mean, the dream shake. I mean, people still going to Hakeem to learn his footwork. The step, the dream
Sure.
shake, the up and unders, using the glass. Dude, I'm keeping Hakeem. It's got to be Jokic. Just gotta step away.
Mike?
Yeah, man. Gen Z about to be mad as but it got to be Jokic. It got to
Damn.
be Jokic. The Lakers players, they're not going anywhere. Shaq is insane, super dominant, and Kareem, top 3 player all time. And I'm a Hakeem stan, like, support that dude all the way. And I think he's a top 10 player. Jokic, when it's said and done, he could be there. He might push Hakeem out of there, but yeah, it's Jokic. And we never seen anybody like Jokic for sure, but it's a homer pick. I just love Kareem too much. And not Kareem, Hakeem, he's my guy for sure. So yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one. I was afraid it would be Jokic just because his body of work isn't done, and that kind of colors certain things. People retire, you kind of think of them fondly later down the line. That's just how things go. But we all had different picks for this one, so that's good. Cool. All right, that was fun. I got another one. I don't know if I'm gonna throw it up later, but we'll decide. Let's since we talked about James a little bit, let's talk about NBA trade deadline. Are we all in agreement that move makes it more likely that Cleveland comes out of the East, or how y'all feeling about that?
I think they're better positioned to come out the East. I haven't watched the teams too closely. It's hard for me to really compare them now to another team. I will have to watch them face off during the playoffs. But it seems like just based off Cleveland's roster and who they have, the type of talent they have, James Harden just puts them in another level to where they can make a deeper run possibly.
So the starting five is going to be Jared Allen, Mobley when he gets back. He's hurt right now. Probably Jalen Tyson at the 3 spot, since they traded DeAndre Hunter and just have had some, or it could be Sam Merritt there. And at the 2, it'll be Donovan, and then the 1 is James. That's a good 5. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good 5. I don't know if it's better than the Knicks 5. I probably would take New York there a little bit. But yeah, I think it does give them an opportunity. Is James going to play for every NBA team ever at this point?
He's making
What
the
the
rounds.
fuck?
Yeah, the Cavs have been underwhelming, like, pretty much up to this point of the season. I feel like they had to make a move like this, and you weren't getting none from Garland. Garland is another one of my players that I like, but yeah, man, I think they made the right move. I'm not a James Harden fan, but, like, it makes sense for sure. And the Cavs, Brad, they got to make the ECF this year. They have to. It's been so many years of just been underwhelming and just heartbreaks. And granted, they've been injured, but, like, this move, I feel like, they can possibly make that push. But yeah, that's what I see for them if everything goes well.
I have no idea who gets out the East, still to this
Man.
day. And now apparently Jason Tatum is coming back. Don't understand that. And I don't want him to jeopardize his career. I think I think it's way too early. I think I kind of want to get the date correct, but he popped his Achilles in New York in the semis. So this
Yep.
was like early May of 2025, and now he's coming back in February. Man, boy, you
I
tripping?
know there's 2 different type of tears. Like if you the
I don't give a
lower
I don't give
Achilles
a
or the
what
higher
it
Achilles.
is. I don't give a what it is.
One of them is
Even
a shorter recovery period. I don't know which one he had. If he had the lower or the higher Achilles tear, it could
I
be
think the
where
KD
he
one
had
was
I think the KD one was worse.
Was a full tear?
Yeah, that's what I think. Which is why he took like a year and a half to recover. Granted, that was like, what, 2019 when that happened? So we're in different times now, but
He's younger. What is he, 25,
Josh.
26?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's 25. I just think it's too early. Like, what's the point of rushing? Because, like I mean, 25, you're really just entering your prime. Like, you're like at the beginning of your prime. I just don't think there's no need. There's no need to rush it. Your team is playing well. Everybody's gonna come back. Even if you do come back, do you make it out the East? You're not gonna be playing, in my opinion. He will not be at a superstar level, even when y'all make the playoffs. So, and they need him at a superstar level to actually come out the East. And I don't think they do. I don't think he's able to play at a superstar level. And then there's no guarantee of you even coming out the East. So it's like, what's the point? What's the rush? Even if the doctors told him that he's cleared, practicing with coaches, I think is what the article was saying, something like that. It's a whole
No,
different.
he's about to start practicing with the G League team.
Okay, the G League team. Maybe that's what it was. I think full contact and playing 35 plus minutes, because that's what they're going to need you to do in the playoffs. That's going to be tough. And I think it's too early. There's no need. You come back 100% in shape, stronger, even faster. Time to work in your game. Then go with it.
Yeah.
So
I
you're saying
think,
punt on the year.
Yeah. You don't need to come back. No point. In my opinion. He's just not going to be at a superstar level. As it's hard for me to believe like you said, what, it was May where he's only coming back. So what, like 9 months? That's really quick. And like I said, expect you to be at that superstar level that we need you at to even come out the East. Nah. I'll tell him to sit.
it looked like it's happening. And so I just hope he stays injury free. I just hope he doesn't regret this. But I mean, they've got the best doctors in the world telling him he's ready to go.
Clear.
So
How soon are they saying he's going to play? Like, is he just ramping back up, or has he already ramped back up? And they're like, "Oh, we have him on schedule, or like predicted to play within the next few weeks."
So the latest thing I read was that he was practicing against the G League team 5-on-5. So that's hooping to
It
me. So
is.
I would guess maybe by March he's ready,
Couple weeks.
mid-March.
Yeah, they probably let him get his legs up under him, get in a condition,
Sure.
then
Got to go against
put him on a minutes restriction once he ever does become active for an NBA game. Maybe probably start off bringing him off of the bench.
Yeah.
I'm curious what the worst like situation would be. Like if you did if you did like re-injure that or whatever happened to it. Are we
Re-tear
talking
it?
about
Oh, that would be
like are we
catastrophic.
talking about another like 2 or 3 years now? Because you came back too soon? Like, what's the risk?
Good question. I
Mm.
would guess it's re-injuring it.
And
Yeah.
when you do
Or
that, you gotta take longer to even rehab.
Probably the
I
same
would've
period of time. He retoured again.
Mm, maybe.
two sew-up jobs on the same Achilles. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same time frame, but I'm not a doctor either, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It don't
Uh,
sound like it's the same time frame.
I would assume he would be at more risk of hurting something else because I can't imagine
that's what
that.
I was
Not sure what else, a calf, or this, could be a ligament in the knee,
Yeah.
overcompensating, and the muscles. Because I can't imagine that the Achilles would not be fully healed, and the doctors would say, "Okay, you can go hoop," and the Achilles is not fully healed yet. It would probably be a question of are the surrounding muscle groups, have they gotten back up to the strength that you need them at to play at, like you said, it's only been 9 months, so I don't know. That to me would be my concern. I don't think it would be repopping the same Achilles because I'm sure he's cleared there, but it would like be maybe him overcompensating or not having his body where it needs to be and him hurting something else.
That's what happened with Derek. He got back from one knee injury, and he was overcompensating, so he hurt the other ones. And so it's just a snowball effect. That was and actually, I mean, that was a long time ago now. So this was 15 years ago at this point. Maybe things are different. I mean, I know Tyrese ain't coming back because they're out of contention and they're tanking, but it's sort of the same timeline, and he's not even close. So I don't know what the thought is here. I don't believe y'all can win a championship this year.
Yeah,
So
I feel like they're rushing him.
Why are you risking one of?
You're-
He's better than JB
yeah,
to me.
I think so too.
So this is the best player in your franchise.
Your franchise star.
Risky.
Even if he comes
So-
back and he's healthy, if he was like, prime Tatum, yeah, they could probably get out, but that's not a realistic expectation for him.
Very unlikely.
Having sat out all of his time. So it's like, I don't think it would necessarily be worth the risk. But they probably look at it like the East is wide open. 50% of men we can get out the East. That might be
It's
how you
gonna
feel.
be.
Like it.
Yeah.
There's a good chance that it's wide open even next year. I mean, if he comes back 100%, they'll probably be the favorites to come out the East.
Yeah.
Probably.
If he's back, if he's JT back,
Yeah, they're gonna be the favorites.
they're the favorite. They're coming out.
And he relies on his athleticism, his first quick step so much. You better make sure everything's right.
I just would hate to, as a basketball fan, please just sit this kid, man. He's like 25, 26. What the are we doing? But I mean, whatever. All right, let's move on to yeah, I would punt too. Let's talk about AD to Washington. So now it's Trae, it's AD, Sar as the 5-man. I guess AD will probably play the 4, and then some young guys, probably Kaishan George.
Mm-hmm.
Trae
Johnson.
Trae Johnson's in there. How do y'all feel about the situation for both Trae and AD going forward?
It depends to me on what other move they're able to make this summer, because they didn't have to trade their pick this year to get AD, which will be top 3. Maybe they win the lottery and get the first pick in the draft.
And they're in a whole nother conversation if they win the
lottery.
Hey man, y'all have to. I've been telling y'all niggas in text, y'all have to go watch this crop of guys hooping. Darren Peterson, AJ Devanza, Caleb Wilson, Cameron Boozer, but then Elijah Arenas, Gil Arenas' son.
Everybody's saying this draft
might be the best one. He is the truth, son. Yo, y'all gotta watch these. We was talking about how the Americans, they're not up anymore. We're back, guys. We're back. Yo, these is the truth, man. They nice. Go watch them guys. But go ahead, Am. My bad.
No, you good. Because that changes the outlook on if they can get a guy, and then since it's an attractive draft class, like you mentioned, that means the value of the pick goes up. So you could even get, you might not want to wait for these guys to eventually develop. I haven't watched them to form an opinion, but whatever you can do with that pick, that top 5 pick that you're going to get, whether that's draft a guy and develop him or move it for a guy that's ready made, you got 2 pieces. The only thing I don't like is they're both kind of injury prone. AD's getting up there in age. If everybody's healthy, I like the basketball fit between them two. If everybody can stay healthy, it's a big gamble. But what else are you going to do if you're the Wizards? Of the options available to them, you went and got an all-star level guard in Trae Young, and you got him for basically nothing. And then you got AD for a couple of other people's first-round picks. You don't have to give up any of your picks to get him. So you got 2 all-star level guys that have flaws, but you got them at a discount. And then you can see what else you can add to this group. I think they could, if everybody stays healthy, they could make a jump into the top. Let's give them, I'll go top 6 seeds in the East.
You feel the same way, Josh?
Just a lot of ifs.
Man,
I
it
mean,
is.
Yeah,
it's a lot of ifs. I mean, and then who else they had? They had
It's on the screen.
okay,
Alex Sarr, Trey Johnson,
Angelo
Bilal
Russell.
Coulibaly.
They're trying to get rid of him. Oh, there he is. Okay, I see him. Yeah, it's Anthony Davis. I think we've been down this road before with him. Injury prone. Everybody knows it from head to toe. I don't have a lot. I'm being honest. I don't got a lot of faith. You haven't proven to me over the past 4 years, something like that. 3. You can't play more than like 40, 50 games. That's tough. I don't know. I mean, I agree with him. If you're looking to make around like that 5th, 6th seed, sure. But anything above that, that's a dream. They just need more. I mean, even a healthy Trae and a healthy Anthony Davis playing 60 plus games, it's not going to be enough. So
I do like the idea of packaging some of these young guys and trading for like a 3rd star.
they're going to have to.
Now they're gonna have to. But to Emma's point, neither one of these niggas stay healthy ever. Ever. Either one of them. But
You got
yeah,
a point
but I-
guard who's too small, who can't defend, and you have AD, who's like paper mache.
And it's almost like he lost his shot.
Yeah,
I don't know. His offensive game maybe he just doesn't. He didn't like the trade to Dallas. Maybe that's it. When I watched him those like few games he was playing, his energy level, actually playing with like that fight of I'm trying to dominate this game. It wasn't there. And now he's came out and said that he did not like the trade to Washington. He wasn't happy, I guess, how it went down, or it was something like that. But he don't want to be there. Yeah, he don't. You went from LA to Dallas to Washington. LA to Dallas. Yeah, I'm in Washington.
AD will be 33 on March 11th. Chicago kid, UK kid, love him. He seemed like he started his decline quicker than we thought. He might be on his decline. Might have been on his decline like 3 years ago, and now it's just we're getting there. The reason why he's saying all that shit in Washington, I think he would stay there. He just wants to get another contract. That's all that is.
Yeah.
That's the James Harden playbook. We gonna pressure y'all till y'all give me another contract or trade me to somebody that's willing to do it. Period.
I think that's his
Dallas
gripe
didn't wanna
too.
do it.
Is he wants to secure a long-term deal.
A bag.
I
That's
don't
fair.
blame Washington for not wanting to give it to him.
Can you play 60 games? Then maybe we'll talk about it.
Right.
At this point, it's higher risk than reward with AD.
Yeah. So I don't know. You like the talent that they have, but come on now. Any feelings about Kuminga to the Hawks? That was an interesting trade.
I like it.
Kuminga for Porzingis?
Yeah,
Interesting.
for KP. I mean, I like it for Atlanta.
For
I
sure.
mean, you get a wing talented kid. We'll find out. Was it Steve Kerr or is he really not that good? We'll soon find
What do you think?
an answer to that. Great question. I don't know if he's an all-star, but I think he's probably a starting caliber level guy. That would be my assumption, is he's an NBA starter.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he's like this superstar that Steve Kerr just couldn't figure out what to do with. So I would bet Steve Kerr is closer to right than Kuminga. And that Kuminga thinks he's an all-star, and Kerr apparently didn't think he was a rotation player. So I think he's closer to being like a mid-tier
But
starter.
he wasn't a rotation player. That was the problem. Like
You said he
there
was not. He wasn't.
there was multiple games where he didn't see the floor.
Right. It was a weird situation because they were trying to keep him, but keep him on a contract that they liked, I think. And so
For sure.
it was just like muddy water. So he's gone now, right? So we can kind of see, and I like this team. Jalen Johnson at the 4.
I like Jalen Johnson.
Nice.
Onek at the 5. You got the
Onek can
Zachary
hoop too, yeah.
Ricochet at the
Mhm.
3, 2. Kuminga. You got a lot of guys that are switchy, long, 6'10", 6'9". Dyson Daniels, who I love. I like this team.
CJ.
Can they
CJ's
put
a
it all?
nice rotation
CJ.
guy.
Can they put it all together? Is the question. But
Yeah.
they do have some talent here.
I think he'll turn into a starter in the NBA. I think, which, you know, you didn't pay, you gave up an expiring contract in KP, who's always hurt too. Talk about the guys always getting injured. So he's a guy that's never healthy
Man.
either. So you didn't give up much to get him. And then you got a team option. So if he's a complete dud, then you just don't pick up his option. You know, if he shows some promise, you pick up his option, and then you have a training camp to get, you know, kind of get him integrated with all the other guys. It's a young athletic team, like you said. I like the deal for Atlanta. It's a low risk, high reward. I don't get why Golden State would want KP, I guess, just to get out of Kuminga's money.
Yeah, probably.
So
Another injury-prone guy.
they got more injured and old.
Yeah, I don't know
So-
what they're doing over at Golden State.
It feels like they're spiraling.
Yeah, spiraling in the sense
I'd
that they
agree.
don't know which way to go.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Jimmy injury kind of just threw them for a loop.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what the f- do
Yeah.
we do here? They're probably going to try to just play KP. I'm not going to say what the hell the internet's been saying about Porzingis and why he has these bouts of not playing. So yeah, I think they just have no idea where to go. I mean, I think they're going to try to compete this year as much as that is possible. Maybe
What are they
They may
sitting
not
at? What are they,
make-
like 6?
They may
8,
not make
it
the
looks
playoffs.
like.
They might fall out, yeah.
Yeah, they might fall out.
Damn.
I watched them when they played us. They got a bunch of nobodies. Like
Yep. It's bad.
Playing real minutes.
Right.
38-year-old Steph supposed to save y'all. Like if they had Jimmy, they would probably be in, you know, not contention for a championship, but they would be like a top
They'd be
6
in there.
seed. They wouldn't be in the play-in. I think they would be one of the top 6 seeds.
So the rest of these teams are tanking 15 to 11. Memphis, Dallas, Utah, New Orleans, Sacramento. None of those teams are going to win any more games for the rest of the year, pretty much. So I think that they are locked in. And so I think they realize that. So that's why they traded for KP to try to just like, hey, we're going to be in it. Let's just try to win a
Get
game or
something.
a series or two, something. I don't know. But I don't know. Dre, KP, Steph, and pieces, and they all old. Oof. Yeah, the books are clear.
Well, who
KP's
wants
on
to play with-
expiring.
Who wants to play with 38-year-old Steph? Like who is running to go play
Steph want to be there.
with? Like you got money, but who are you going to be able to attract?
This is why the Spurs are the Spurs, because they aged Tim as gracefully as they could. Brought in Kawhi, still had around him that could carry the load. And even though they won that title in 21-22 though. Let's give them credit for that. But they still kind of had the guys, Dre, Clay, but they have not done the best job about keeping Steph in contention as he ages. It's over.
Yes, good night.
He would have to go somewhere else, and I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
He could
So-
compete somewhere else under the right circumstances, but like you said, he seems like a lifer. Like he gonna go out like dirt. Just
Plus,
on
who's
a
going to
bad
take that
team.
salary? That's
That
a
is a
huge fact.
Large salary.
And then try to have a team around him.
They're gonna extend him too. They're gonna give him another $60 million because they got to, because he's Steph Curry.
You gotta pay him. What are you gonna tell him? No, your fans will hate you.
They riot. He might could get a check till he 50 out there for real.
He does have an old man game. Like he can play for a
But
minute.
not 50, though.
No, of course not.
But not 50.
No.
Yeah, though.
I mean,
That was
like,
hyperbolic.
like on some like Braun, like he can play like
And he might be there
41.
till he's 40. He could.
Yeah.
I can see that.
What does Steph's game look like as he ages? Ray Allen-esque or
I think
because
he
he's not gonna be able
falls
to do all that
off.
running around.
I
Really?
think it's going to be a big fall off. Yeah, he's only 6'3"
A big fall off? Why is it a big fall off?
because he's
You don't be able to
small and
shoot
he's not
from the end of
athletic.
time.
Yeah.
He's probably 170 pounds, 180. I don't know how much he was. He's probably more than that. But you gotta think that the type of game that he plays, he's not very physical. He doesn't rely on his athleticism. He's not the fastest guy. So he doesn't rely on a lot of like attributes that other players have to rely on to be good. Like a lot of players have to be athletic, or they gotta be quick, or they gotta be strong. You know, he doesn't rely on any of that. Not on like a high level as like some of your other athletes, like LeBron James. It would be difficult someone 6'3" that plays like LeBron to have a long career like him, if that makes sense. But I think Steph will be fine. I mean, now he won't be your number one option when he's 40. I'm not saying that. But, you know, can you ball handle? Can you get the offense going when I need you? Can you hit down these open shots? People are going to still fear him. You can't leave him open. You still
Oh, no,
going to
no, no.
draw. Yeah, you still going to draw two people a lot of the times. So just his presence on the court alone, that's going to make teams and their defenses, you know, how to change it up. So I think he'll be fine.
So you think he'll be a star level basketball player when he's 39, 40?
39, 40 to my all-star, like an all-star team.
Yeah, like a legit all-star.
I think Steph Curry on a given night can be your second and third best player on a championship team.
At 39 or 40.
He could be your third best player at 39, 40 on a championship team. Now, it depends on what your Batman and Robin, who they are, right? But go give me a dub, Steph. Got it.
No, I need you to hit an open three.
That's easy work. I've been doing
he's
that
gonna
since
be able to do that.
I've been doing
You can
that
do that when he's 60.
Well, but he's going to have to be still in somewhat shape, right?
Yeah,
And everybody knows he takes care of his body really well.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done like the math where he runs like 5-6 miles a game on like on the basketball court and whatnot. He'll be able to do that when he's 39, 40 and dropping 18, 20 points a game, I think. Just because his offensive game is so well and it's everywhere on the court.
and he's not playing in the 90s anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He's not getting beat up.
Yeah.
I'm not driving to the cup like and getting like knocked down to the ground. Kyrie, he goes to the cup a lot. D Rose, he goes to the cup a lot. I don't have to do that. We'll see. It ain't that long.
Yeah, he'll be there soon.
I think he'll be closer to that Ray Allen model than a legitimate all-star as he turns
Third
39
option,
or
right?
40.
Ray Allen, third.
But Ray
third
Allen
fourth.
wasn't a third option in that.
He was a fourth option with the Heat. Right?
Let's say this: Steph Curry to be able to do what Ray Allen did in that final series at 40.
Then that's more than enough. And Ray's
Hell yeah.
and Steph's a better player.
Yeah, Steph Curry's better than Ray Allen.
Better shooter, better ball handler.
Dang, Kevin Love is still in the league getting paid?
Yeah,
I know.
Trip J to Utah. How'd y'all feel about the fact that, first of all, they couldn't get Ja to go. They couldn't trade him for a bag of chips. Very interesting. I think somebody's gonna trade for him this summer, though. That's what they're saying. I don't know if I believe that. I think he's gonna get traded this summer to someone. People are they're just trying to drive the price completely to the crater. So, but they starting over. It seems like a lot of teams are starting over with this draft coming out. They feel like, yo, if we win, we get a top 5 pick. We got a guy that can come in and hoop for us. Yeah. I like what Utah's doing. Jaren at the 5, Laurie at the 4. They got some white boy bigs that are okay. Ace Bailey.
Kessler. Yeah.
Kessler.
Kessler.
Yeah, I like him
he's,
too.
he's good. Isaiah Collier just did 22 dimes in a game the other night, so they got some talent.
They got some young, and I got a lot of picks to go. Well, no, they moved them. Did they move theirs this year? I don't know if that was in the deal.
I don't think so. I think that
Yeah,
that can't be in the deal. What?
yeah, that would be foolish.
Yeah. So, but you can, kind of retool, rebuild on the fly because you still got guys that can get you buckets and Trip J and Laurie. I like what they're doing a little bit. So I want to see more from Ace Bailey. I heard he was the absolute real, and if he starts to come into his own as that wing, he's like 6'7". Uh, he got bounce, he could shoot. He's got a lot. Like if they get a good draft pick, I don't know. They got a nice little 5. So,
I
but
would say
then
I like what they did probably more than anybody. Like what they have going in terms of people that made moves at the deadline. I like their outlook more than the moves that Atlanta made. But I understand Atlanta doing what they did. Like what the hell else are you gonna do? And then Cleveland, I like what they got cooking more. I think your ceiling is low with the James Harden trade. I still don't think that gets you out the East. This is like you're trying to build something over the next 2 to 3 years. Like that's when you're trying to really hit your window is in like 2 to 3 years. The Jackson pickup was good. They got a really good front court, and then you got, like you said, the young wing, and then you got some young players in the backcourt, and then you still got your pick this year where you hope you can get one more piece to add to it, and then you kind of let it kind of grow naturally over the next 2 or 3 years and see what happens. It could be where you're right up there. We get that kind of collection of guys, but not necessarily one mega superstar like the Thunder. Trying to, small market, trying to build that kind of model. I don't know who would be their SGA and this, who would rise to the top and be that guy of these young guys that they have. But that seems to be the kind of blueprint they're trying to follow, and to me, it's the best of everybody that made moves this deadline.
yeah, really good collection of talent, and now they get to just grow, and there's no expectations day to day to win games. You can just kind of get better at your game. So that's always good for these kids. I want to switch gears to Minnesota. I think that move to get Ayo Dosunmu in exchange for Rob Dillingham, who I love Rob with the shifts, UK, shout out. That is a great move for them. Ayo can ball handle, he can shoot, he can defend, and he fits really nice next to AE. So now, in my opinion, they have probably the best 8 in the West. And you can start Ayo now and bring Dante, Nas, and Bones Howland off the bench. You might go 7 without Bones in the playoffs. But I love this 8. I love it. What y'all think?
Yeah, they seem pretty deep. I wish they had a little better bench, but it's just like if you're going with the 8-man rotation, when you're going against anybody else in the West, I think they match up pretty well.
Yeah, and they got young Mike at the top, so that helps.
This guy, young Mike.
That helps them a lot. So, what that's just how I feel. Yeah, love what they doing.
So, do you think right now, if they ended the season, they would match up with the Nuggets? Do you think that move gets them past the Nuggets in the 7-game series?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we can go look at the Nuggets roster compared to theirs.
They have the better roster. Minnesota does.
Better 8.
Yeah.
I think Aaron is kind of he hasn't been healthy for the last 2 years. Christian Brown, I've never been a huge fan of.
Nope.
Peyton Wallace,
Wallace been playing really good.
he's been
Yeah,
playing good. He's getting big minutes now. So,
Yeah.
never been a huge fan of Cameron Johnson. They like him. The NBA likes him for some reason. Well, I guess he's okay. And then you got the 2 top dogs though. So that helps. But I still like Minnesota, and the thing about Minnesota, they're hungry. They've won a title already. They're not as hungry. Them Minnesota, them starving, bro. They hungry. They want to at least get to the. So
They,
you know,
I would definitely say they have a better 8, but they don't have a better 1-2.
yeah, not even close.
I
And-
agree.
And that's where I could see it falling short. And that's where it's a maybe, it's a toss up. It may go 7 if they was to meet up. I don't know, but history kind of shows when you have that 1-2 punch, that's kind of what takes you over the edge. Julius Randle, he's so just iffy to me. I've never been a big fan of his game. Big guy, he thinks he can do more than he really can. He tries to dribble too much. He thinks he's a 3-point shooter. He's not. I don't know. It would definitely have to be a team effort to take down the Nuggets. But like you said, the 1-2 punch, it's not even close.
Yeah, it's not. I think they were hoping for a bigger jump from Jaden. Does that ever
Probably.
come? I'm not sure. He's
I don't know.
talented.
He is.
Yeah. He might be. I think he might be who he is at this point. Yeah. Which is
That
a good
sucks,
player. It's a good player, not a star, but a good player.
If he could take like a step and become like a second option, oh my God.
That's what you would need.
Then we're talking. Now it's like, okay, these guys, they're just too much. But I don't know if he's first of all, I don't know he has that mentality. He's kind of a meek kid. It takes a while to get that out of guys sometimes, but I don't know if it ever happens for him. But he's very talented. He got all the talent in the world. Yeah, but if it's Nuggets Wolves first round, ooh, buddy.
Take the Nuggets.
Sure.
I don't know if they could beat
Somebody
Houston.
gonna leave upset. Who?
Minnesota.
Timberwolves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, let's say
It's
they
tough.
jump the Lakers and they get to the 5 spot. That means they got Houston. Or the Suns jump them and they got the Spurs. Like, I don't know if they could beat any of them.
They've been in the Western Conference Finals the last 3 years, I think. I bet on them to at least get there again. So we'll just see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. All right. Any other NBA trades y'all want to talk about? I don't really want to talk about the Bulls. I have no idea what they're doing. I don't care anymore. Whatever
It's a
the fuck you
mystery.
guys want to do with my franchise, just do it at this point. Who gives a we got Caleb Williams. The Cubs look good. Because I don't know what the they're doing, and I don't really care at this point. Whatever, man. Were y'all surprised that Greek didn't get moved?
No. I
Nah.
Not really.
felt like that was going to be the scenario. He was going to get, if he gets dealt, it'll be in the summer or the start of, or next deadline-ish. One of those two. If he gets moved at all.
Where does he go? Everybody pick it.
Lakers.
Minnesota makes a lot of sense.
I can see Minnesota if they don't take that next step, that they trade everybody. They try to go get him. Bray?
Knicks.
I'm going with the Lakers.
Kind of feels like it's going to happen. I could be wrong, but it kind of get better.
It feels like it's
strange
gonna
feeling.
I was afraid that if it got out of in season, it would be them. So, all right. How you feel about Luke Kennard, man? And you think that's a Rob special. That is JJ Redick. Has him written all over it. That's a dookie who can shoot. He made that call, but go ahead.
No, it could. I mean, it's basically he got, he traded for a version of himself, movement shooter. He's better than Vincent. I mean, he's okay. So you traded the second round. You didn't really trade much to get him. He's on an expiring deal. If he was like a good defender, then I would be like, ooh, I like this. Now you got
If he was
an
a good
elite
defender,
shooter
he would have a better contract in the league.
and much more expensive to trade for.
Yes.
So you did added shooting. You got better. He's better than Gabe Vincent. He fits well on offense. It's just you still have the same issues of not having any athletes or defenders. But at least now you have another shooter who fits next to your best players in Luka and Reeves as well as LeBron. But they all it goes all back to you're good on offense, but then you still can't stop anybody. So it made you better. How much better did it move you to the second round of the playoffs? I don't think so.
A lot of white boys.
It's like 7 of them. What in the? This is not the 70s.
Not conducive to championship NBA basketball. Huh?
You got 2 nice ones.
You see that?
You got 2 nice ones. Cool. We could get behind. Now you're bringing in 3, 4, 5. Man, you got lineups where it's 3, 4, 5 white guys out there at the same time. Dog, man,
Crazy.
This is not it, man. This is not championship basketball. When is the last time you seen a championship team roll out 4 or 5 white guys at the same time?
In the 84.
The reverse racism's killing me inside.
I know we love white people, man.
No, I'm just realistically. When's the last time you seen a heavy white team win an NBA championship? You could get a couple out there and that could hoop.
It's
5, 6, 7 of them.
Not 1960.
So I mean, we're not looking like we're going to get out of the first round. I've heard mixed reports. They keep saying Pelinka is safe.
Oh, yeah, I was going to bring it up. You saw the Dodgers. I'm told you they clearing house after this season, bro.
You think
It's
so? I hope you're
over.
right. I hope
Yes.
you're right. God, I hope you're right.
Bro, them niggas are gone, bro. It's over.
Hey,
It's
Rob
over.
was talking it could have been both, but he was talking me and Jeannie were going to be leading leading the way for this new front office rebuild that we got coming this summer. I'm consulting with the Dodgers GM or president or whoever the hell. I don't follow baseball, so I don't know who that guy is. But he's talking he's gonna be the one making these decisions here coming up.
No. I would be stunned if he is. I think they might keep JJ because they might have to contractually. It would make sense. Give him another shot. But other than that, the rest of them is gone.
Well, you don't have to. You can fire him and pay him, but
You could.
Which I would have no gripes about. I would like all three of who's most worthy of getting fired? Pelinka. I mean, Jeannie first, and then Pelinka. So. But I'm not sold that he gets fired. I hope to God I'm wrong, and that you're absolutely right, and they're gonna fire all of them and rebuild this thing from the top. I would love that. But I'm not as sold as you are, and that's what he's going to do.
All right, before we get into football, another good one. That's
an interesting
It's time
one.
for your favorite part of the show. One gotta go.
This was easy.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tough one to me. It's a 2-man race on who gotta go.
See you, Josh. Bye.
Really?
Bye. See ya.
He's
Have a good day. Toodaloo.
Nah.
He bugged out.
It got to be Burrow, man.
Joe.
Ooh, I was afraid y'all were going to say Joe.
I was thinking of Joe.
Yeah, man.
It's between Joe and Lamar. And I don't know the answer, dog. I don't know the answer. They both hurt all the time.
They are both hurt all the time.
Joe's been to the Super Bowl. He's like the only
He'll
one
be
on
back
that
there
side.
one day.
He's the only person without an MVP on this list.
Facts.
I don't care about that personally.
I'm not worried about that.
Who's the most talented quarterback on this list? Talent.
Pure raw talent?
15.
It's between Lamar and 15. Just pure talent.
I was gonna say Joe Burrow.
He might have
Pure
the best arm
talent.
talent.
I think it depends on how you measure talent. I think everybody's measurement is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow is a maniac. He just can't stay healthy. I think he's the most, well, besides Pat, obviously, he's the next cerebral guy on this list.
I look at it like, okay, Mahomes had this fluke injury. He normally stays healthy. Josh Allen is an Iron Man. And to me, they're both the best two, clearly. And then Joe Burrow is in that mold in terms of like talent level and what he's able to do when he stays healthy. But I go down to who would I rather have at full strength at 100%, Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson? And I'd rather have Joe Burrow.
So Lamar's got to go for you.
Lamar's going to go.
Wow.
You were to have Joe Burrow at 100%. If everyone's fully healthy,
Yeah.
you're taking Lamar Jackson off this list.
Yes.
Yeah, you're on meth.
Mahomes clearly is not the one you would take off the list. The second best guy to me is it's a battle between Josh Allen and Burrow. Burrow's actually beaten him and gone to a Super Bowl.
Is Josh Allen's stock not down to y'all?
That shit's
It's in the gutter.
Y'all
to
are
me.
down on. Y'all are down on him. To me, he's like Superman the entire season with like a mediocre defense and no weapons. And he has y'all in contention every single year with not a lot of help around him. Lamar has played with top 10 defenses like the majority of his career. He's always, this past season is the exception. He's normally always had a top 10, top 5 defense. And he still lays eggs in the playoffs.
I think Josh is QB too, man. Burrow. It's probably just because it's been a minute. That's why it seems disrespectful. But like, I don't know, man. Like, he's just always hurt. And last year he popped off. Not this one that just ended, but the year before that. No, it was one of those years. I can't remember which year it was.
It was last year. Well,
it was last year, right?
He got hurt both of them years.
Injury.
Yeah, he did. He
hooped when he healthy is what I mean.
Yeah. So
He
actually,
balled
I'm
out.
gonna change my pick. It's got to be Joe, even though I think Joe's the most talented. I think he's the most talented guy here. I'll say that personally. That's my belief. He just never is on the field, and so he has to be the one that got to go here, I think. So
if Mahomes wasn't there, I might agree with you. Just Mahomes, man. Like,
no, Pat's the real. I think he's just very cerebral.
He's the clear-cut safe guy.
Yeah,
for sure. 15 is a maniac as well. All right. That was fun. All right, now we can go to recap the Super Bowl. Anybody want to talk about Bad Bunny first, or what?
He was the entertainment from the Super Bowl.
He was the Super Bowl, really.
Lady Gaga.
Are we clearing out for Mike? Mike, what's up?
With Bad Bunny or the recap?
Yeah, Bad Bunny.
I enjoyed it. I thought he did a good job. There was a lot of representation, a lot of culture. People are upset with it, but I thought he did a great job. I mean, I understand for people that didn't understand the lyrics and things like that because they can't interpret what he's saying. But other than that, like, he did a good job. I was entertained for 13 minutes or whatever it was. So yeah, and for the game, I mean, my score prediction was like 34-17. And it was 29-13, so I was like pretty close. I knew the Pats. I knew they didn't have a shot. Like, I watched Seattle all year. Seattle's in my division, so I watched them really close. But the Pats, I don't want to be this guy, but yeah, they made it to the Super Bowl. You play who you face, but kind of easy path. You know what I'm saying? The schedule is a little Mickey. I'm not knocking it, but I'm also not going to throw tea parties for the schedule. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I knew before the game, I was like, this game is going to be over pretty soon. I was surprised it was a field goal game at first with Seattle just, I think it was 12-0 going into the fourth quarter. Yeah, the entertainment was in the halftime, like what Emmett said. And then the Patriots started making a comeback in the fourth quarter, but it was garbage time. Like, you knew it was over. And
I had that under, and they fucked me up with that one.
Now, I was gonna say one last thing. The total points was like 45 and a half. Yeah, smash the over, or not the over, the under, smash the under, because you just knew, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And talk about a little about Bad Bunny. You in Brazil? You said your wife teared up.
Yeah, she cried at the end of the halftime show. She stayed up and was complaining about how boring the first half of the game was, and I couldn't even defend it. I was like, yes, football is usually more entertaining than this. This is not usually what it's like. Nobody's doing anything with the ball and kicking a bunch of field goals. There's usually more action. So she stayed up, watched the whole show. He did his little after he said God bless America, then he goes through and shouts everybody out, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Colombia, then shout out Brazil. Everybody stands up, screaming. The cultural representation, like Miko mentioned, he kind of showed a good bit of Latin America. I like that he decided, you know what, I'm not doing it in English. It's gonna be in my mom's language, the language I grew up speaking in my house, and what
As it should
they
be.
speak, blah blah blah. So I completely respect him. Love what he did. The show was crazy. The song selection was nice conceptually, performance wise. That kid was climbing up a pole and singing at the same time. It
Yeah,
was
it was crazy.
impressive. So that was the entertainment, and then the game comes back on, and then it was pretty much a second half of garbage time. Like you said, they made a little run in the fourth quarter, but the game was over. The only thing I would say is, did we watch another legendary defense win a Super Bowl, or do you not feel that their defense is on that par? Because they won pretty much with a bit not abysmal. Darnold had been playing well before that game, and then he was kind of mediocre at best in the Super Bowl. Kenneth Walker, he did his thing. It was a defensive performance with the running back, carrying the load on offense. That's usually the make of the legendary defense teams that have won in the past.
Defense. I want to stay with Bad Bunny before we answer that question, because that's a great question. Shout out to Jay-Z, Ho, for having the wherewithal to understand that if you get Bad Bunny on this halftime show, you get a whole nother demographic of Latin America to fuck with you for the next 10 years, longer. Now they fuck with you. Now you can't really do no wrong. You kind of winning fans back. So genius level decision. It's not a hard decision though. Bad Bunny is one of the biggest artists in the world, but I don't know if the NFL would have done that with Hov. So shout out to Jay-Z. To your question about legendary defense. Tough one. I don't know the answer. I'll defer to Keith or Josh.
I think succeeding years would let us know if they have a dominant defense. It's hard to, you kind of have rose-colored glasses on right now because the strength of the Patriots was their defense. The strength of schedule that they had was like one of the all-time like worst or easiest. And they kind of had it like it was easy street on the way to the Super Bowl to a certain extent. Like they had a lot of things fall in their favor. You can tell that Seattle was the better team to a certain extent. I think the type of head coach they have and the type of philosophy that they've built is a newer scheme of defense. I think he's only going to get better as far as making his defense better. The personnel, they're going to be relevant. As long
I
as
forgot
they
that's your guy.
Yeah.
He's
Like
the real deal. Yeah. First defensive play caller to ever win it as a head coach. Very difficult to do that. Looking at this defensive line, Byron Murphy, top 10 pick, top 20 pick. Real deal. Leonard Williams, top 6 pick, and DeMarcus Lawrence. So again, if you got a pass rush, you can win Super Bowl. That's basically how this is going. This was last year. This is this year. Gotta have good guys in the back end, but you need a pass rush first and foremost.
I need to get home with 4, and I can scheme up the rest. I can
Yes.
scheme up the pressure, and I can scheme up the back end. But I need
Yeah.
y'all to be solid in the front.
Yeah, they do have good DBs though.
Yeah.
But a lot of that is a product of good pass rush. You know, if you get home with 4, look like superstars back there. But Devin Witherspoon is real though, and so is the rookie. He's real too. And so is Kobe, Julian Love. Yeah, they got some. I don't know if I wouldn't call it legendary personally, but it's nice though. It's really good.
Would they give up 17 a game?
Something like that.
Number 1 scoring defense in the league. The 10th in passing yards. 6th in total defense in terms of yards. But to me, points is the measure. I know they rank it based off. I would rank it based off of points, but I know the rankings are usually based off of total yards. So they got the number 1 scoring defense, but the number 6 total defense in terms of yards allowed per game.
Just a really balanced team. Kenneth Walker, I don't think that he's a free agent. I don't know if they let him go.
Yeah, he about to get a bag.
But somebody might pay him. I don't know if it's going to be them.
Yeah, somebody definitely banned him. Like you said, I don't know if they'll be the ones to open up the checkbook, but somebody is.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, the Super Bowl, the Patriots, once you saw them come out, couldn't move the ball on offense. It just looked bad from jump.
Will Campbell.
Ooh. Damn. I think he's
better
better
than
than
that.
that.
The whole line got whooped, though.
No. He looked like Farlele out there.
It was a bad night. You hope it doesn't kill his confidence going forward, because like that does.
Yes, in the Super Bowl, it kind of sticks with you sometimes.
Ooh, he got
regular season. You can dust it off, but when the whole world watching, it's different.
I don't know if y'all remember 2015, Broncos Panthers. I think we watched this at Bray House, in Louisville, and Mike Remmertz, he had one of those nights in the Super Bowl where Demarcus Ware and Von Miller just whooped his ass all night to a Super Bowl. And he was never the same after that. Like, that was just it. So, but this kid's a rookie.
Let's say he's young. He should be able to bounce back.
Or not. So you know. So
they may need to kick him inside the guard.
I think so. He's kind of built like one.
But they picked him 4. You can't kick him inside.
Yeah, you should have known though. Who the fuck was scouting this guy? Like, you can look at him and tell, like, this is not an anchoring left tackle. This is not a cornerstone of my team left tackle. And I'm picking him at 4. I understand the 6th round with that type of body, but no homo. But it's just like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You took him at 4. You can't kick him in the guard just yet. You gotta at least give him.
You can.
They did the
4th pick in the draft.
Yeah, you can. So
now,
it was more on the offensive line
than Drake. He was terrible too.
I think he was just under fire all night. And he's still a young quarterback. So you expect he's playing on the biggest stage of his life. Like, I just don't think you're that grounded yet. When you're that young in the Super Bowl and your O-line's terrible, it's hard to, like, pull away a win. You just got to have nerves of steel to do something like that. You kind of set your quarterback up for failure.
Either one of these teams back next year?
New England, no.
Seattle, more than the Patriots. If someone's going to be back, it's going to be Seattle.
They got a young team.
The odds are probably not. A lot of stuff went the right way for Seattle to even make it. So the odds are no.
Like, the defense should be back. You'll probably lose your running back, but you can always find another running back. Got JSN. You got cap space. Like, if they had a better quarterback, I would be like, yeah, they're gonna get back. But their guy is Sam Darnold. But the rest of that squad is stacked.
Loaded.
And they're all young. If they were old, like everybody was in their 30s, I would be like, nah, that was their last hurrah. These dudes is like on their first contract. They trying to get paid still. Damn. Yeah, they got a chance to get back. I don't know if I would bet on them to go back to the Super Bowl next year because it's just really hard to go to back-to-back Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Usually need a great quarterback to do that.
Yeah, I think the Pats got no shot to go back. Seattle, possibly. Got to see what the NFC is looking like. The NFC is tough. Way tougher than the AFC as of late. So we'll see.
So we got two 49ers fans on this. I feel to watch your division guys win at your crib. That sucks. Sorry.
It's less than ideal. I'll say that.
Yeah, that was tough. I mean, like I said, I kind of knew what was gonna happen.
I did too.
Yeah, and that kind of broke me. But it is what it is, man. I mean, Mike McDonald, he's the truth.
He is the truth.
For real.
He's
that
the
guy.
real deal. He's the real deal.
Yeah.
Man, the Packers win the title on my field. I'm puking. Dude.
This one, this one is less because we don't really got no history with this iteration of this iteration.
Okay.
Yeah. No, if it was like the Legion of Boom guys and we had been battling, that would have burned. That one, no. But these guys, it was the first year that they was good. There's no history there's history between the franchises, but the group of players and coaches that are there, there's not a lot of history.
It just hurts because they beat us on the way, 41-6, and then they finish us off with that.
And then we're gonna go to y'all crib and win huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
It was like
nasty. Yeah, that was nasty. Kyle said, did y'all hear him in the pregame?
Yeah, y'all asked me for my expertise. I ain't scored a touchdown against these dudes in 2 games.
No. That's no. He said his dad or something lost 3 Super Bowls.
Or he made another excuse about his losing record in history.
He said he got the 3 out the way, and next year he coming for it.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we'll see, bro.
That's what he said. That's just repeating what the man said, man. That's what he said. So
a broken clock is right twice a day. Gotcha. I hear you, Kyle.
Yeah, 2023 was the year, man.
I lost so many times. I'm due for the win this time.
Yeah, 23 was the year, man. If you ain't do it that year, it's never gonna happen.
Damn.
He had a lot of years that he should have done it.
No, for sure. Okay. But I'm saying for us, that was
the
squad.
Jimmy year he could have won it. That squad was deep too.
It was loaded.
Yeah. But 23 was that was a super team,
loaded.
You know what I'm saying?
Then the Brock Turry team was nice.
Yeah, no, 19 was crazy, but 23 was wow.
Oh no, they both was kind of nice to me. I'm not sure which one was better.
Both was. I would say 23. That one.
You better at the quarterback spot and wide receiver. Man.
Yeah,
Kittle was younger. Was better. And Debo was younger. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I feel you, man. Shout out to Pat Mahomes again. This is how many times we talk about him. He beat that Ravens team, and he beat y'all in 23. Damn, this is the best. You know what I'm saying? God damn, of a generation.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's something that y'all said in the last recording, I think. Y'all said that Super Bowl 54 was that was the game that made Pat. You know what I'm saying? And it was against us. He's a real demon for sure. He's like that.
They saying if you beat San Francisco, you typically win the bitch.
Yeah, he owns us.
No.
Yeah, he owns us for sure.
The last people that eliminated of us No, yeah. The last people that have eliminated us in the playoffs
see what you
won the
mean.
Super Bowl or beat us in the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. So
I
we've
see
only
what you mean,
lost to the
yeah.
Super Bowl champion in the playoffs.
Yep. So,
It's like,
all right. Well, any predictions for Super Bowl 61?
before draft and free agency.
Bears is mine. What you talking
That's
about?
your prediction.
But y'all can do y'all predictions. I don't know. Listen,
Rams.
Rams.
Yeah. I say the Rams. If Seattle takes a step back, I say the Rams. Yeah. And then for the AFC is tough, man. I think the AFC is full of fake demons, so we'll see. Well, this year it was. I'm not saying regularly, but this year it was. So we'll see what it looks like.
Yeah, AFC's tough to call. I'm going to say Kyle's going to do his usual since he's been with us. It's been lose the Super Bowl, 2 years removed from it, get back, lose the Super Bowl. And like he said, this time, his dad, he got the losses out the way like his dad. So it's been 2 years, 2 seasons since his last Super Bowl loss. Now this time when he gets there, he closes the deal. Like he said, get the 2 losses out the way. AFC? Who gets out the AFC? Man, if I know. Everybody's flawed in different ways. If I had to pick one right now, I'm going to say Joe Burrow stays healthy and get out.
Really, Cincy.
Say Joe Burrow stay healthy and get out.
All right. Think that's it. Hour 30. Thanks so much for listening to the Rashawn Franklin podcast. Peace.